July 10, 1945. 2 months after Germany surrendered, the Argentine submarine ARA Santa Fe encounters something impossible off the coast of Argentina. German submarine U-530 flying a white flag, seeking to surrender. But U-530 surrendered on May 8, 1945, the day Germany capitulated. Why is she surfacing now, 63 days later? Where has she been? And why did her crew shave off their beards before surrendering? 2 weeks later, on August 17th, another German submarine, U-977, surfaces in Argentina, also surrendering months after the war ended. The commander, Heinz Schaefer, tells an incredible story. After Germany surrendered, he asked his crew to vote on whether to surrender or flee. They voted to flee. For 66 days, they sailed submerged across the Atlantic to Argentina, avoiding Allied patrols. But conspiracy theorists saw something else. 2 U-boats surrendering in Argentina after secret missions, and they constructed an elaborate theory that has persisted for 80 years. The Nazis built secret bases in Antarctica where Hitler, top officials, and advanced technology were smuggled after Germany's defeat. The theory includes underground fortresses, a hollow earth entrance, flying saucers, and the survival of the Third Reich in frozen exile. It's been featured in History Channel documentaries, spawned best-selling books, and inspired video games and movies. There's just one problem: it's complete fiction. Today, we're exploring the Nazi Antarctica conspiracy, and why the truth about U-boats in the Antarctic is actually more interesting than the myth. The Nazi Antarctica conspiracy comes in many versions, but the core claims are: Base 211, Neuschwabenland. Between 1938 to 1945, Germany established a secret base in Queen Maud Land, Antarctica, an area they called Neuschwabenland. This base, allegedly codenamed Base 211 or Station 211, served as a refuge for escaping Nazi leadership. The submarine convoys, U-boats made multiple secret trips to Antarctica during and after the war, transporting Hitler and Eva Braun, who allegedly faked their suicides, top Nazi officials including Martin Bormann, Nazi gold and looted treasures, advanced technology including flying saucer prototypes, scientists and engineers, supplies to sustain a colony. The technology, the base allegedly housed underground factories, advanced aircraft, the Haunebu flying saucers, entrance to a hollow earth where a warm, habitable area exists, nuclear reactors or other exotic power sources, U-530 and U-977. These submarines supposedly carried top Nazis and treasure to Antarctica before surfacing in Argentina to surrender. Operation Highjump, 1946-47. The U.S. Navy's legitimate Antarctic expedition is reinterpreted as a military assault on Nazi bases. Conspiracy theorists claim Admiral Byrd's fleet was attacked by Nazi flying saucers and forced to retreat. Modern survival. Some versions claim the Nazi colony still exists, hidden under the ice, possibly allied with aliens or developing advanced technology. It's an elaborate fantasy, but where did it come from? Let's separate fact from fiction. Germany did explore Antarctica. In 1938-39, the German ship Schwabenland conducted a legitimate Antarctic expedition to Queen Maud Land. They mapped coastline, took aerial photographs, and dropped flag markers claiming territory. Why? Whaling. Antarctica had valuable whale populations, and Germany wanted access to whale oil for margarine production. This was economic, not military. U-boats DID operate in southern waters. German submarines hunted Allied shipping off South America and South Africa. Several ventured into sub-Antarctic waters near South Georgia and the Falklands. U-530 and U-977 did surrender late. These events actually happened, creating the foundation for conspiracy theories, but the real explanations are mundane. U-530 Commander Otto Wermuth. After Germany surrendered, Wermuth decided to sail to Argentina to avoid Soviet capture. The crew shaved their beards to look presentable upon surrender. The 63-day gap was simply the time it took to cross the Atlantic. U-977. Commander Heinz Schaefer. His crew voted to flee rather than surrender to the Soviets. They sailed submerged for 66 days, an incredible feat of endurance, but they were fleeing to Argentina, not from Antarctica. Both commanders were extensively interrogated. Both told the same story. They fled to Argentina to avoid Soviet capture. Neither mentioned Antarctica. Operation Highjump was real. In 1946 to 47, the U.S. Navy did send an expedition to Antarctica, led by Admiral Richard Byrd. But it was a scientific and training mission, not a military assault. The expedition aimed to test equipment in Antarctic conditions, train personnel for cold weather operations, and establish American presence on the continent. It ended early due to weather and accidents, not Nazi resistance. Problem 1. Antarctica is uninhabitable. Antarctica is Earth's most hostile environment. Average temperature minus 60 degrees Celsius, minus 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Winter, darkness lasts months. Winds exceed 200 miles per hour. No indigenous food sources. Ice sheet averages 1.2 miles thick. Building and maintaining a secret base would require constant resupply of food, fuel, and materials. Heating systems consuming massive fuel. Construction in permafrost conditions. Protection from deadly weather. Modern Antarctic research stations with global support struggle to operate. A secret Nazi base in the 1940s would have been impossible. Problem 2. U-boats couldn't make the journey. Type 7 and Type 9 U-boats, Germany's workhorses, had ranges of approximately 6,500 to 11,000 nautical miles. But Germany to Antarctica, over 8,000 miles. One-way round trip, impossible without refueling. Carrying cargo reduces range significantly. Ice conditions would damage or sink submarines. No German submarine had the capability to reach Antarctica and return. Problem 3. No evidence. If U-boats made multiple trips to Antarctica, where are the navigation logs? Where are the crew testimonies? Where are the supply records? Where is the physical evidence, bases, equipment, artifacts? After 80 years of satellite imagery, aerial surveys, and ground expeditions by multiple nations, nothing has been found. Problem 4. The timeline doesn't work. The conspiracy requires massive construction in Antarctica between 1938 to 1945, while Germany was fighting a world war on multiple fronts. Resources, personnel, and materials would have been desperately needed for the actual war effort. Germany was losing. They were short on fuel, food, steel, and manpower. Diverting resources to build Antarctic bases would have been strategic suicide. Problem 5. The hollow Earth doesn't exist. Some conspiracy versions require a hollow Earth with habitable areas inside. Geology, seismology, and physics definitively prove Earth has a solid/molten core. There's no hollow space, no entrances, no internal sun. This isn't debatable. It's established scientific fact. Nazi mystique. The Nazis cultivated an image of advanced technology and occult knowledge. This mystique persists, making people willing to believe they had secret capabilities. Operation Highjump. The real Antarctic expedition provides a kernel of truth. Conspiracy theorists reinterpret legitimate events through a fantastical lens. UFO connection. Post-war UFO sightings, actually early Cold War aircraft, were sometimes attributed to Nazi flying saucers, creating a link between Antarctica and alien technology. Missing Nazis. Some top Nazis genuinely did escape to South America via rat lines. Martin Bormann's fate was unknown until his remains were found in Berlin in 1972. This real mystery fuels speculation about other escapes, adventure and romance. Antarctica is remote, mysterious, and largely unexplored in the 1940s. It's the perfect setting for a secret base story. Distrust of official narratives. When governments do lie or hide information, people assume they're hiding everything. Real classified Cold War programs make fictional Antarctic bases seem plausible. The 1938 to 39 German expedition. This was real but mundane. The Neuschwabenland expedition was economic and political, establishing whaling claims, not military bases. They took photos, dropped flags, mapped terrain, then they left. U-boats in southern waters. Several U-boats operated near South Georgia, the Falklands, and southern South America. These were hunting Allied shipping, not building bases. Some may have stopped at sub-Antarctic islands for repairs or provisions, but these were temporary. The surrendering U-boats U-530 and U-977 sailed to Argentina because commanders feared Soviet revenge. Argentina had German immigrant communities. South America seemed safer than surrendering in Europe. Both were thoroughly investigated. Both commanders wrote memoirs. No Antarctica, no secret missions, just fear and survival. Operation Highjump. Admiral Byrd's expedition was exactly what it claimed: scientific research and cold weather training. The U.S. was preparing for potential Arctic operations during the Cold War. Antarctica provided training grounds. The expedition ended early due to multiple aircraft crashes. 6 men died. Extreme weather budget constraints. Mission objectives completed. Not Nazi flying saucers. Ironically, real Antarctic mysteries from World War II exist. They're just not Nazi bases. Meteorological stations. Germany die-eyed established at least one automated weather station in the Canadian Arctic, discovered in the 1980s. Weather data was crucial for U-boat operations and bombing raids. If they did this in the Arctic, did they attempt similar stations in sub-Antarctic islands? Possibly, but not in Antarctica proper. Commerce, raiders. German surface raiders like Penguin operated in Antarctic waters, capturing whaling fleets and using remote islands for rendezvous. These are documented but often overlooked. Japanese activity. Japanese submarines operated in Antarctic waters, and there are unconfirmed reports of Japanese personnel landing on sub-Antarctic islands. This is historical fact, but often forgotten. Unexplored regions. Even today, parts of Antarctica remain poorly explored. Could there be undiscovered shipwrecks, abandoned equipment, or historical artifacts? Almost certainly. But Nazi bases, no. The Nazi Antarctica conspiracy is fiction, but it's fiction built on fragments of truth. Real German Antarctic exploration, real late surrendering U-boats, real escaped Nazis reaching South America, real American Antarctic expeditions. These facts were woven together with imagination, misunderstanding, and deliberate fabrication to create an elaborate myth. But here's what's actually true and verifiable. The Third Reich collapsed in May 1945. Hitler died in his bunker. This was confirmed through dental records, eyewitness testimony, and Soviet documentation. Most top Nazis were captured, tried, or committed suicide. Some did escape to South America via rat lines, but they lived in hiding in Argentina or Paraguay, not Antarctic ice fortresses. U-boats didn't make secret trips to Antarctica. The technology didn't allow it. The resources weren't available, and no evidence supports it. Admiral Byrd wasn't attacked by flying saucers. He led a scientific expedition that faced harsh weather and normal expedition challenges. The allure of the Nazi Antarctica conspiracy reveals something about us. We want World War II to have hidden chapters, secret knowledge, advanced technology. We want mysteries to solve, conspiracies to uncover. But the real history is dramatic enough. The actual fall of the Third Reich, the genuine hunt for escaped war criminals, the real Antarctic expeditions. These stories don't need embellishment. The lesson? Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. When conspiracy theories offer none, just speculation, misinterpretation, and imagination, we should reject them in favor of documented history. Thank you for watching this debunking of the Nazi Antarctica conspiracy. If you found this critical examination valuable, please subscribe for more evidence-based World War II content. And remember, the truth is usually more interesting and more important than the conspiracy.